finished with 14-6 Blazers in double figures. You see the brackets, Lakers and Sacramento coming up next. Portland defeating Minnesota, so they await the winner between Utah and Seattle. Kevin Garnett leading the way for the T-Wolves with 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. Again, the final, the Blazers 85, the T-Wolves 77 to take the series in 4 for Cheryl Miller and the Czar, Mike Fratello. I'm Marv Albert. Good night from Minneapolis. We'll have more on this game throughout the night. Next, the Lakers and Kings. Let's go to Kevin Harlan in Sacramento.
There have been few times that the Los Angeles Lakers have faced adversity in their season. A 2-0 lead over Sacramento gave the Lakers confidence of a first-round rout. But Sunday was the beginning of Mission Possible for an emotional Kings squad that refused to die. But one win is not enough to take a series, and the Kings have avoided elimination for now. True champions are measured by how they bounce back from a hard punch, and the Kings hope to deliver at least a couple more. Game 4 next. The Sacramento Kings are alive and kicking, and their fans are reveling in their win Sunday over the Lakers in Game 3. The circus that is the Kings and their fans are living to fight another day. Another sellout crowd inside raucous Arco Arena for Game 4 tonight. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA playoffs on TNT. The Los Angeles Lakers lead the Sacramento Kings 2-1. Good evening, everyone. Kevin Harlan alongside John Thompson, Danny Ainge, and Craig Sager. Great to have you with us tonight from the capital of California. This season, the Sacramento Kings defeated the Los Angeles Lakers twice in this building. Lost the other game by a meager point. While euphoric over Sunday's win, the Kings over the Lakers, the sense of reality is they have another elimination game tonight against the Los Angeles Lakers. And Danny, I would assume that the Kings will use the same strategy tonight that they used on Sunday.
Well, yeah, Sacramento won the game because they attacked Shaquille O'Neal at both ends of the court. They did a good job. When Shaq was on the defensive end, he only had one block shot, and through their penetration and body movement, they got him in 2 quick fouls. That's huge for the Sacramento Kings. Sacramento won because Tony Delk gave them great production off the bench, better than any other guard in this series. Jason Williams finally played some defense, and the tandem of A.C. Green and Robert Horry cannot guard Chris Webber. Chris Webber is finally realizing he needs to take it to the basket on a regular basis. And last, they need Stojakovic to continue his hot shooting. 19 points in Game 3, only 3 in Game 1 and Game 2. He needs to continue that hot shooting if they have any chance.
So quickly, would you stick with that problem?
Well, the Lakers are going to be a lot tougher tonight, but they can do it.
All right, let's go over to John Thompson. And John, you always said go inside at Shaq. You think they'll do it again tonight?
Well, I think they will, Kevin. One thing they're going to have to do is overcome this noise that's in here. I definitely feel that they've got to go at Shaq. They've got to give him some things to think about. They've got to create an attitude about the officiating and get him upset a little bit, but not too upset.
All season long, John, you talked about what would the Lakers do if they faced adversity, and they've got some adversity on their plate right now.
Well, they definitely have some adversity on their plate, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they react to it, particularly if they lose one more ball game. Shaquille O'Neal, you don't want to get him too angry, though. I wonder what mood he's in right now.
We will find out soon. The Los Angeles Lakers against the Sacramento Kings coming up next on TNT.
The family has always put in the forefront to protect the quality and the standards set by Adolphus Bush.
The deep sense of pride that my grandfather taught me, that my father continues to teach me.
I think he would be very happy that the generations of his family have practiced what he taught us.
Welcome to the Foot Locker House of Hoops. Today we're going to install a fire prevention system. Hey, Alan, how's it coming?
All fire systems go, Norm.
Well, let's give it a test, shall we?
Cool.
Boy, Alan sure is hot. Just like this Nike Air Diversity Up Tempo, which you can only get at Foot Locker. Well, that's all for the House of Hoops.
The roof is on fire! The AT&T One Rate 7-cent plan. 7 cents a minute. All day, every day.
Whoa, what are you doing?
Nothing.
7 cents all day, every day?
So?
You're doing my thing.
No, I'm not.
Oh, really? Okay, who are these guys?
Neighbors.
Really? Okay, 7 cents a minute, all day, every day?
No, it's more like all day, every day.
Okay, don't make me come up there. All day, every day. Call 1-800-4-HUNGRY to enroll.
The world's most advanced shave is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Mach 3. Easy loading, easy rinsing, and 3 blades that shave closer in 1 easy stroke. Mach 3 from Gillette.
A little stress? Bet us online investors aren't helping your blood pressure.
Online? I'm on Wall Street, a professional.
My online broker lets me see stock quotes the same way they see them at the exchange.
You do not see them continuously, not as the market's moving.
Actually, I do. Say ah.
Ah.
That's why Daytech calls it streamer.
Very well.
Daytech Online. The rules are changing. In the new internet economy, 96% of the Fortune E50 run Oracle. Oracle. Software powers the internet.
With some of the most advanced safety systems ever engineered into a 4x4, including QuadraDrive, our most advanced 4-wheel drive system ever, and a quick response steering system. It's no wonder Jeep Grand Cherokee is one of the safest ways to cross treacherous terrain.
Welcome back to Sacramento and the NBA playoffs on TNT tonight. The Lakers and the Sacramento Kings in tonight's Gatorade starting lineups. Rice, O'Neal, Green, Bryant, and Harper for Los Angeles. The Kings with Williamson, Weber, Divac on their front line. Anderson and Jason Williams in the backcourt. And let's send it over to Craig Sager.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Without Tony Delk's fourth quarter heroics on Sunday, chances are we wouldn't be here tonight. But despite all he did in that fourth quarter, and the fact that he is back on the bench tonight, he won't be there for long. Rick Edelman plans to use him early and often today at both guard positions. In fact, at today's shoot-around, he was handed a gray jersey with the starters for the first time all year. A fitting reward for a player who did not appear in 36 games this year due to a coach's decision. Kevin?
Thank you, Craig. And he's playing with his third team in 4 years. But, John, they certainly need his energy.
Well, they definitely need his energy because it's very important for the Kings to have an up-tempo game. It's just as important for his defensive contributions out there.
There's Jason Williams and Kobe Bryant. Danny, you know, we talk so much about Shaq, but Kobe is averaging in this series just as much as O'Neal at 30 points a game.
Well, talking to Adelman before the game, that was more of a concern, how to stop Kobe. They don't have anybody to guard his penetration, and that's another reason why they need Tony Delk to come in, because he is the quickest of the guards, although no one's done the job yet.
Danny, what kind of changes you think we'll see in the Lakers' repertoire? Will they tweak anything tonight?
Well, maybe double down on Weber a little bit sooner is the only thing that I can think of, and just play a lot more aggressive defensively. Bring that #1 team defense they had all year to the gym tonight.
Saw referees, good crew, Kenny Maurer, Greg Willard, and Hugh Evans. And here we go from Sacramento, where the Lakers have not had a great deal of success this season. It's A.C. Green to Bryant, who slings it over to Rice. Inside to Shen, quickly doubled, and he flips it outside. Rice for 3. Rebound by Weber.
So the Kings had Shaq triple team that possession, and I think it's going to be very significant that the Lakers go in and answer aggressiveness with aggressiveness in this game.
Here's Weber, who had 29 points on Sunday. Corliss Williamson has missed only one shot the entire series. He's 8 of 9.
Well, 8 of 9, that's not very many shots. Corliss is a scorer, and they usually try to go to him early in the game.
Ron Harper working on Williams. A screen by Green. A rejection by Weber. And a 3-on-2 with Williamson taking it inside. Rice is there with the rebound. On Rice, averaging 16 points a game in this series. Kobe Bryant, coming off a 35-point game on Sunday, knocks down his first one.
Well, again, as Danny said at the beginning, it's extremely important to be able to contain this young man, too, because Shaq draws so much attention that you tend to forget the fact of how good he is, if that's possible.
And he's great on defense.
He's a great defensive player, but again, offensively, he's catching that ball in the medium post, a lot like Michael Jordan used to do with the Chicago Bulls. Very difficult to double team.
Here's Chris Webber plowing inside, the all-star from the University of Michigan.
Well, the Kings have taken 3 shots. 2 of them have been post-up shots, the other one a layup. They indicated earlier that they want to get fast break baskets and they want to attack Shaq inside.
Here comes Shaquille O'Neal, coming off an off game on Sunday. Into Divac, over to Harper, swings it over to Kobe with 4 seconds to shoot, and Webber in his face. Rebound Divac.
Well, that was a good defensive possession. They covered Shaq. He got it out at the last minute.
Oh, what a shot by Jason Williams.
That's a great shot for Jason Williams, but Rick Adelman wants to push the ball up the court. Doesn't want them always settling for the long three-point shot. That's when they get in trouble.
Rice to O'Neal, scoreless so far. Shaq off balance, it won't go. And the rebound by Bronny Divac with his second rebound tonight. Dribbling up court like a guard. Anderson for 3. Rebound by Shaq.
Well, you know, they got a big, you know, they get the ball to Chris Webber on the block, and he gets a lay-in, and they come down the court twice in transition and jack up threes.
Another Laker turnover. It's Jason Williams. Another 3. Rebound by Kobe Bryant.
3 possessions in a row, they're shooting threes, and they got to make those. They're the 28th worst shooting three-point shooting team in the league.
And a shove and a foul.
Well, one of the things about Jason is he's so flamboyant, and particularly in this environment, he gets the crowd moving. Sometimes strategically, it's not the most prudent shot in the world you want, but he definitely creates atmosphere in this arena.
Williams picks up the foul. Here's Shaq, double team, fouling inside. Rebound by Jason Williams. Goes by Rice, holds inside. And the foul is on the Lakers inside. Ron Harper picks up his first.
Right here, AC Green can't touch him when he faces up. Get his hands off him. He can't do that. He still goes by him with ease, just like he did in Game 3. Keeps going to the basket. That's the key to the series.
Webber again, quickly double, looks inside for Corliss Williamson, flips it to Anderson, the 3 ball. O'Neal is there with his second rebound.
Now that's a great shot right there, because the ball went inside twice, then went out for a wide open 3. That's much different than the jumpers in transition.
Lakers have started the game 1 of 6.
Well, they've started game 1 of 6 because of the defense of the Kings. That's the one thing that I've been impressed with. The Kings' defense seems to be far more active now.
And Shaquille O'Neal just picks up his first personal foul tonight.
Well, the significance of that foul is at the wrong end of the court. You don't want to see it make it at the offensive end. You don't want to see it at all, but you don't want to see it down there.
Williams with another miss. He's 1 of 3. Here comes Kobe the other way. Working on Williams, throws it over Webber and outside to AC Green. Another rebound, and that is a good sign for the Kings.
Yeah, it is. The Lakers are losing their poise and their patience in the triangle offense, not getting the ball inside the Shaq.
Williamson. With a whistle and a foul inside on the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, right now, the Kings are really following their game plan. As Coach Adelman told us earlier, that they really wanted to attack inside. You know, most of the times they've gone inside and gone in very strong. Even with Williams shooting the layup, you see how hard Webber came to the offensive board.
The foul was called on Kobe Bryant, as Williamson is a perfect 5 of 5 from the free throw line in this series.
Well, the key right now to the Sacramento defense is they're doubling down on Shaq quick and early, and the Laker players aren't getting to their spots soon enough, and they're not making them pay for the double teams.
The weary Phil Jackson watches as Sacramento is on a 7-0 run. Harper Rice is picked up by Anderson.
That time they double-teamed him before the ball went in there. The referee caught him with the illegal defense.
That's the first illegal defense tonight.
Well, but again, as Danny indicated, the thing that I like is not just the fact that they are doubling, they're doing a lot of things defensively, but the Kings' defense is very active. They're alive, and as a result of it, they've been able to get out and ignite their fast break off of it.
L.A. has missed their last 5 shots. Kobe maneuvering. And over Anderson. The rebound by Jason Williams. In the rebounding category, it is 7-5 in favor of Sacramento. They're +2. Around Bryant. And he stepped out of bounds. It goes back to L.A.
That's a good call by the official, Kenny Maurer. Jason Williams might have even hooked him. But right now, Sacramento's doing such a good job of keeping the Lakers on the perimeter, which is stopping the inside game of Shaq and the offensive rebounds.
A technical foul has just been tagged on Jason Williams.
See, what this Kings team has to be very careful of is they've been riding this crowd. You can't get so excited that you start to get the officials angry at you and get yourself into a bad situation as far as fouls and making technical fouls.
And one of the hardest things to do as a player is the crowd is arguing on every call, and for you to start arguing. That was a good call right there. Jason did not need to complain. If anything, he got away with a hook.
Glenn Rice hits the free throw, and the Lakers trail 9-3.
Well, Chris Webber must have heard Danny, because the one thing he's doing is telling him to calm down,
That's what you tell your players.
In a tougher manner than that.
Yes, I know you would. Glenn Rice, and they need his outside shooting.
They do. They need someone's outside shooting because they can get the open outside jumpers all night long against the way that Sacramento's playing this defense.
That ends a drought of almost 4 minutes without a field goal from the field for Los Angeles. Webber and Green. Lakers are trying to go after Webber a couple years ago as a power forward. Williamson inside. Divac taps it in.
Boy, that's what happens. Once you penetrate, and that's what I was saying the last game, is that once you penetrate, it pulls the defense and leaves the offensive board open because Shaq is not standing there. As a result of it, you can tap it in.
Jason Williams just picked up his second foul, and he got teed up moments ago for stepping out of bounds. And sure enough, he did. Pandemonium inside Arco Arena. The Kings lead the Lakers 11-5. Minnesota Timberwolves and take that series 3-1. Now Portland will advance. Timberwolves again for the 4th consecutive year getting knocked out in the first round. Kevin Harlan, John Thompson, Danny Ainge, Craig Sager, our entire crew in the 3rd quarter. Phoenix is trying to knock out the defending NBA champion San Antonio Spurs, and doing it with authority as Jason Kidd is playing tonight for the Phoenix Suns. And a look at Tony Delk, who has been the igniter for the Sacramento team in this series.
He's been the most productive guard throughout the last half of the season and in this series, so they need his defense out there, and I don't know why he took Jason Williams out, maybe to calm him down a little bit.
He's got 2 fouls. Rice inside when it crossed the lane, banged with Williamson, and a foul is called inside. Webber was reaching in as well, and the foul goes on Sacramento's Chris Webber. That's his first.
One of the things that I've noticed that it's good when you're on your court to use your emotions, but to lose your emotions become a danger. And that's what this Kings team have to be careful. They have to be very tactful because this place is really jumping about the emotional atmosphere. Right now, the Lakers seem to be very suave and calm, like a team that's supposed to win. They can't do that too much, or they'll be out of here, too.
I think Phil Jackson gave them a little bit of a pep talk during that timeout, saying, you know, you got to get to the basket, too. Good drive by Glenn Rice right there.
Fight fire with fire. Free throw troubles for the Lakers on Sunday, and with Rice hitting both so far. And there is another one. So Rice from the free throw line has gone 3 of 3 tonight. He's got 5 points, and Sacramento leads by 4 as we approach the halfway point of this first quarter. Tony Delk out of Kentucky, knocked away by Kobe Bryant, and Delk held on for dear life and picked up the foul.
Well, that was interesting because that time the Lakers extended their defense and picked up full court. Shaq even was down past the half-court line. But then it was a great play in defending the pass on Kobe's part, which does indeed reflect what Danny said, his good defensive abilities.
6'6" Ron Harper brings it the other way. Phil Jackson likes big guards.
Yes, he does. Just for that reason right there, what Kobe just did, the deflection, keeping all the defense down along the baseline and offensive rebound opportunities.
Good feed by Shaq. Harper missed it. Here comes Anderson racing the other way. Spent 10 years with Orlando, dueling with Rice at the other end. He'll put up a 3. And the Kings have their biggest lead.
Well, and I think that was good. I mean, he hit that shot, but they can't get away from movement and penetration because the Lakers will get back in this thing if they try to survive totally on the jump shot.
A.C. Green. Harper inside to Shaq, who has not scored at all. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Kobe corkscrewing inside. And it's picked up by Anderson. Again, Shaquille O'Neal has not scored. Anderson, another 3 try. This time won't go, and the rebound by Harper.
Well, they're taking a lot of 3-pointers right now. They're really jacked up, and when they're going, they're in the lead. But right now, the Lakers just can't make a shot from the perimeter. When the ball comes out of the double team from Shaq, they're not making quick decisions with the ball.
D-Box just took it away.
Well, and the Lakers look very lethargic. They look very much like the Kings played against them the game before last. They've got to get some movement, look for some more penetration, get the ball into Shaq, and create some problems for the Kings.
There's another turnover by Sacramento. This time, the culprit, A.C. Green. Down court, Kobe to Harper. And the nice transition.
Well, it all set up by the defense. A.C. Green's playing with a lot of energy like he does every night. But, you know, you got to give Sacramento some credit. They've come out, taking the inside game away from the Lakers. They're used to doing it, and they just haven't, it has caught them off guard.
Chris Webber inside. Again, inside play where John tonight is 2 of 2.
Well, and I like it when I see him going to the basket like that because that puts so much pressure on the defense. Even if you do have a shot blocker inside, a shot blocker needs space to block shots, and when you're attacking, it's much more difficult for him.
And Rice with the miss and the rebound by Anderson.
I love A.C. Green, but he cannot guard Chris Webber. They've got to get better help.
Webber behind the back, looking for Delk. Cross-court D-box. He tries to reel out O'Neal. Sacramento leads by their biggest margin tonight, 18-9. This place is an insane asylum.
This is amazing for first quarter basketball. This is unbelievable. It started at the opening, during warm-up.
The scoreless O'Neal to Rice, slithering inside, knocked away by Webber. It's a 4-on-2. Webber to Delk, the fake, and a good one it is on Harper, who then knocked it away. And it's picked up by Rice, and the Lakers have numbers the other way. Rice to Shaq, bumping into D-Bots, and a foul called inside on Sacramento. D-Bots is not backing down, nor did he in Game 3 on Sunday.
No, and the Sacramento Kings have done a great job of giving him help right here. Great help by D-Bots right there on the penetration by Rice. They just couldn't convert the fast break opportunity. But what they're doing is they're giving Vlade so much more confidence by coming down and taking away the inside game. He could be a lot more aggressive.
Shaquille O'Neal, John, on Sunday, went 5 of 14 from the free throw line, and the Kings, who are going at him time and time again, are right now using that to exploit what they think is a poor free throw shooter.
Well, it plays mental games with you, particularly when they're attacking you and you find yourself getting in foul trouble. You go into the free throw line, you're not making them as much. You make it psychological warfare as well as physical warfare out there.
He just missed 2 right there. Approaching 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Lakers are shooting 20%, the Kings 46%. Delk through traffic, body shot!
Well, and that's why he's so effective. The Delk has not been reluctant to go to the basket, get Shaq to follow, get in a situation where somebody's in a position for offensive rebound. The little guy's got a lot of guts.
Tony Delk off the bench again with great detonation, driving by O'Neal for another 2. The Lakers are shooting 3 of 15. Shaq hasn't scored. And the Kings lead it at home 20-9.
CNN Sports Illustrated, the sports...
Ernie Johnson in our Atlanta studio. You're watching TNT, the Lakers and the Kings, and what a raucous place Arco is. Meantime, on TBS right now, let's look at Derek Dial. He was the number 58 pick, I believe, in 1998. Number 52 pick, getting some clock for San Antonio here. They were down by 12 at the end of 3 periods, have cut the lead to 6 as they fight for their playoff lives on TBS. You can catch that right now. But we're going to go back to Arco. Kev.
AJ, thank you very much. Shaq hasn't scored. Jason Williams on the Sacramento bench with a couple of fouls. The Lakers are shooting 3 of 15. Vlade Divac with 4 points, and so far he's winning the jobs with Shaq. And Tony Delk has again been his energetic self in igniting the Sacramento Kings and taking the place of the aforementioned Jason Williams. 50% shooting for Sacramento. Kobe is a 1 of 4 start, averaging 30 points a game in the series. In the first quarter, averaging 11. We saw him explode the other night for 15 in game 2. Kobe only 1 of 4. No changes for Sacramento, and Robert Horry comes in for the Lakers, joining Rice, Bryant, O'Neal, and Harper. A.C. Green is on the bench.
Well, Robert Horry can maybe stretch the defense a little bit with some outside shots, and it's a tag team against Weber with A.C. Green down low.
Here's Shaq, shot clock at 3. Harper for 3. And the ex-Chicago Bull can't hit. Another rebound, the 6th rebound pulled down by Vlade Divac.
Well, that's the significance of Shaq not being able to score until their perimeter people are able to open up, because they're collapsing, trapping Shaq, that somebody from the Lakers has to hit outside.
Weber trying to hit outside. Rebound by Shaquille O'Neal. He had 17 the other afternoon.
Well, you can't just settle for that shot, Kevin. That's a good shot to take, but they have had success by attacking this Laker team.
O'Neal with his first 2 points tonight.
Well, you know, Vlade doesn't want to use his fouls too soon, and later in the game he would have fouled Shaq on that since he's struggling from the free throw line, but he wants to get through the first half with 2 or less fouls.
We're going to see more of the Sacramento bench in just a second. Delk already in there off the bench. Almost a steal by Harper, who fumbled it away in the shot clock at 13.
Well, you can see Delk does not do a good job. I had running the show. Here we got Pollard in to give Divac a rest, so he keeps him out of foul trouble.
The Laker bench consists of Horry. We're going to see a lot of Brian Shaw. And Devin George tonight might see some time, although Rick Fox is back after his wife delivered their first child yesterday in New York City. Squeezing inside is Anderson across the lane, a foul call. Harper picks up his second personal foul. But the bench of Sacramento has been so instrumental in this team's success. In now is Pollard. In now is Stojakovic, along with Delk. And that bench, as you see John Barry, who, Danny, you kind of raised my eyebrows the other night when you said that the Kings staff thinks he's the 5th best player on the team. He could be a starter.
Well, he's one of the 5 best. They didn't necessarily mean just the 5th. He's one of the 5 best basketball players. They mean a guy that can make decisions, pass, shoot, dribble, defend, knows how to play all aspects of the game. And it doesn't surprise me at all. I played against John and coached against him. He's a terrific player.
All right, Coach. Divac's out, and they bring in Pollard. How do you like that change, John, here late in the first quarter?
I like it because it makes them more susceptible to hack a shot. Now you've got Pollard in, who's very physical, very aggressive, does a good job defensively, and he's going to bump Shaq and push him around, although they're doing a great job in helping now on Shaq as it is.
And Divac just taking a rest. He's not in foul trouble. He has 4 points and 6 rebounds and a quick foul called on Pollard.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Right away, he came in and he started to lean on Shaq and push him a little bit, but that's his role. He's looking like he didn't touch him, but his role, he's put in there to be physical with Shaq.
Do you like the move, Danny?
I do like the move, absolutely. You know, Vlade can't play 48 minutes against Shaq, so you got to give him some rest. That's good defense, but Shaq just got very aggressive that way, backed his way into Pollard. Pollard has no chance of defending Shaq with the weight difference that he's given up if the officials are going to allow Shaq to just back his way into the post.
There you see Vlade Divac, a former Los Angeles Laker. The crowd again very jazzed as Shaq at the free throw line in this series is 46%, and tonight 0 of 3. There's his first right there, and he's got 3 points for the night.
Well, and you heard about the reputation of this place, and it's everything and more than people said it is, because this Kings team is riding the emotions in this gym very well, and particularly defensively.
Weber maneuvering inside. Robert Horry got a hand on it and saves it and gives it up to Kobe Bryant. Bryant against Delk. Accelerates, makes the seductive fake. He got Delk in the air, tapped in by the uncovered Ron Harper.
That's why he likes those big guards. Ron Harper's been doing that in the Chicago system for years. Bryant shot, another great offensive rebounder. Those long guards are tough to keep off the glass.
Sacramento +4 in rebounding. Delk from outside, right between the eyes. He's got 5 points. 11-point lead for Sacramento. Delk bumping into Rice and a foul for the second time on Delk.
Well, you know, and the significance of that play, even though the foul was drawn, the Lakers have to get more motion. They have to run that triangle offense so that they present more options for themselves. They're coming down against a set defense and trying to penetrate. That time it worked. They picked up a foul. But they probably need more motion because of how Shaq is being played.
Rice at the free throw line. So now Danny, Delk has 2 fouls, and Jason Williams has 2 fouls, and that's the energy they seek at the point.
Well, you know, Derek Martin's had a good year for them. A terrific player, experience, and John Barry's still sitting over there, so I don't think Adam is too worried if Delk picks up a 3rd right now. But you got to give a lot of credit to the Sacramento defense in this first quarter. They are swarming. There's no hesitation. There's no thinking if they should go double. They are trapping and trapping aggressively.
It's funny what defense does for you, isn't it, huh?
It's a beautiful thing.
Well, and it's really helped by the atmosphere in here. I mean, it's amazing how these people can pick you up. You know, the way they're pressing, they're trapping, it gives a lot of energy.
Pollard inside. Shaquille O'Neal is out, Travis Knight is in, and Pollard exploits the slower Knight.
Well, you know, I don't know what the Lakers were doing defensively. It didn't even look like they matched up. Pollard was wide open under the basket, and there was no trap on the perimeter.
Harper down low and trapped. Travis Knight left uncovered and knocks it in.
Well, you know, and that's what's got to happen. They've got to hit those shots. It's good to stay calm and collective because you're the favorite, you're the mature team, but you've got to generate some energy now. You've got to get out if I'm the Lakers, play a little defense, get a couple of easy baskets, and get back in this thing a lot easier.
Kings are shooting 50%. The scoop by Weber knocked away. Final seconds ticking off in the first quarter. The Kings play defense, and Vlade Divac authored a great first quarter. 4 points and 6 rebounds and held Shaq scoreless when he was in. The Lakers have never led. At the end of one, the Kings on top, 27-18.
For the first time ever.
It's a beautiful night in downtown Sacramento, and these are the playoffs on TNT. Kevin Harlan, John Thompson, Craig Sager, and Danny Ainge from the capital of California. The Lakers just had their lowest scoring quarter of the series and trail at the end of one, 27-18. And offensive rebounding, Danny, has kind of been the catchphrase of the series for both teams.
Well, the Lakers just dominated the offensive boards in Game 1 and Game 2, and in Game 3 it was a pretty even series. But here, the only offensive rebound of the first quarter right there by Ron Harper. They've got to continue to eliminate those.
First 3 games, John, all in favor of Los Angeles.
Well, and I think that as long as the Lakers are moving, as long as they're making certain that the Kings are moving when they're on offense, they're going to be in a position because of the big guards to get offensive rebounds. But if they stand around and take first options impatiently, particularly in this gym, in this atmosphere, they're not going to get many offensive rebounds.
We begin the second quarter with one King starter on the floor. That's Chris Webber. Stojakovic is in with Delk, Barry, and Pollard. Stojakovic with the miss. Rebound by the high-flying Delk. Into Stojakovic. Oh, what a play!
Well, that was a great pass by Delk. A great cut by Stojakovic.
That's hustle.
Yeah, you can tell right now, Shaq, right, he's not really going for the blocks. He's doing everything he can. He got one cheap foul, and he's very tentative at the defensive end to avoid foul trouble.
Shaq with the hook and a foul inside. Pollard was defending. Brian Shaw is in for the first time tonight for Los Angeles, second on Pollard.
Right here, you just see Tony Delk hustling, anticipating the rebound, but that's a great shot. You see Shaq almost getting out of the way there and not even making an attempt for the block on Stojakovic.
Well, and that's the thing that will happen once you start attacking him early in the game. He's not going to just sit in the lane and block up the lane because he's going to be too conscious of the fouls and not want to get himself in a situation where he has to sit on the bench.
Shaq now has 4 points and 4 rebounds. You're talking about the leading scorer this season in the NBA at just under 30 points a game, and he's averaging right at 30 points a game in this first-round series.
A lot of times it happens with guys that aren't great good free throw shooters, though. The more you foul them, they get a rhythm, and they start getting a feel for what shots to make and how hard to shoot it as the game goes along, and I've seen Shaq do that many times. He shoots better in the fourth than in the first.
Willowy Ori with the rebound into Shaq. Works around Pollard, knocked away and out of bounds. Some incredible defense turned in by Chris Webber.
Well, Chris Webber came over. Pollard actually was guarding him, and Chris Webber comes over, as you can see, as the second option, and comes over and gives him some help and makes a great play.
Stojakovic for 3. Off the hands of Brian Shaw. No, off of Pollard, they say, and the Los Angeles Lakers will inbound. Lakers shooting 28%.
You know, Stojakovic and also Delk have had a lot of success, but they can't get overconfident and shoot the ball too quick because they are still playing the Los Angeles Lakers.
Kobe Bryant is now 1 of 6. O'Neal makes his second field goal tonight. He's 2 of 5.
I like that. Kobe came off and just shot it. He's been trying to penetrate and get to the basket, and there's 4 or 5 Sacramento Kings defending the paint because they do not respect the outside shooting of this Laker team.
Webber tries to drive. Robert Horry put the clamps on him and picks up the foul for Los Angeles. That is the first on Robert Horry, the ex-Houston Rocket and Phoenix Sun. Stojakovic into Webber, picked up by Robert Horry. Will they double him with Rice? They keep the single coverage there, and Webber exploits it again.
Well, and I like that a lot better because that time Stojakovic went into Webber as opposed to just launching up jump shots, even though he shoots the ball well. Webber is doing a fantastic job of going to the ball with the ball as opposed to standing outside and shooting jump shots.
Webber has 6 points, a 20-second timeout taken by the Los Angeles Lakers.
I find it very interesting right here. You know, Webber, what he's going to do is he's going to dislodge Robert Horry. He's going to bump him with his left shoulder and knock him completely off balance right here.
Dislodge?
That's the terminology the officials use. But Phil Jackson calls timeout to get in Hugh Evans' ear. But the funny thing is, Rick Adelman's been yelling the whole game that Shaq does that every time down the court. So if I'm Phil Jackson, I think I'm not bringing that dislodge rule up too much in this game.
The only thing I hope is that Webber doesn't stop dislodging people or he's going to go home.
You like gritty guys. You want him to go to fight every time he touches it down in the block.
Well, why be 6'10" or 6'8" and shoot jump shots on him from the corner? That's your advantage, is to go to the basket, put pressure on the defense. Also, the other point is that guys that block shots usually block shots of someone else's man. When you're coming to them, they're going to back out and move out of the way.
Laker starters on the floor except Horry and Shaw. Here's Bryant. He hits his second in a row. And Kobe Bryant with 4 points. Delk from outside. Rebound by Shaw, who was out of basketball a season ago. Coaching junior college basketball outside of Oakland, California. Rice across the lane into the rack, and the rebound, Stojakovic. Yugoslav against Rice. Webber picked up by Horry. Nice flip out to Webber, who hesitates wisely and gets it into Pollard. And short over Shaq. Inside Delk. He sneaks in for 2.
That guy is all over the place out there.
Shaq again with the double. Great feed to Robert Horry, who is knocked off his horse by Chris Webber. They're going to take it inside, make him feel it.
Well, you want to make him feel it, but you also, the Lakers are giving them a little bit of their own medicine by penetrating.
Tony Delk has 7 points since coming off the bench with clever little moves like that. One of the craftiest Kings on the floor. It's a 10-point lead for Sacramento. Flagrant foul.
They called that because he just came down right across his face. It didn't look like it was intentional, but they thought that it was excess. After the whistle blew, he came and followed through right through Robert Horry's face.
You know what is one of the most intriguing things about watching the Kings, Danny? They play with so much freedom, so instinctive, intuitive, but when they need defensive rebounding, it seems to come their way, and certainly that's the fuel for their car. I mean, they need to get that.
Oh, rebounding is a key for them throughout this series. They did a great job of rebounding in Game 3. They matched the Lakers, who are one of the top rebounding teams in basketball, and they're doing a good job tonight of keeping the war on the boards even.
One reason, Kevin, why that's particularly important with the Kings is that they're a fast break team. In order to fast break, you've got to be more aggressive defensively, get some steals. You've got to get on the boards and rebound so that you can get out and run. If they don't rebound, they're going to end up having to play a half-court game, which sometimes they become too impatient in.
Robert Horry missing the second one. Flagrant foul called on Chris Webber, who's on the bench with 2 fouls, 6 points. 3 rebounds and 3 assists and 2 fouls on Jason Williams. Taken out for Delk, put back in the game. With Barry, Divac, Pollard, and Stojakovic. Shaq and Kobe in there, but they have not shot well. Driving inside, Kobe Bryant for 2.
John Barry's wondering where the middle help is right there. He came right off the ball screen and just went right to the basket with no help on the weak side.
John Barry inside to Vlade Divac, who played great to begin the game. Barry, one of the great three-point shooters in the NBA, with a miss. Saved by Divac, flings it near midcourt and picked up by Rice and a Lakers steal.
Well, good shot by Barry, but again, I don't think the Kings can get away from what got them here. They've got to penetrate.
Nice feed from Kobe Bryant to Shaq.
Great recognition. Jason Williams was the only one back to defend Shaq. Kobe just threw it up at the basket.
Pollard had it knocked away, retrieves it back to Stojakovic, who played great on Sunday and is staggering tonight. He is 1 of 4. Rice locates Kobe open for 2. Rebound by Scott Pollard. Williams to Pollard to Barry, left uncovered for 3. The extra pass, big right there.
Well, that was the extra pass made by Pollard, which was really good. Rather than take the jump shot at the foul line, he threw it to a shooter, and then he cut to the foul line so that he could be in position to rebound.
Tyson Stojakovic inside for Shaq, and an easy gliding 2 for Shaquille O'Neal, and the Lakers to within 6.
That's a great move right there. That's what I mean. That's not so much a dislodge right there. That's just child abuse right there.
Divac driving on Shaq. Rebound retrieved by Kobe Bryant. Such court awareness by Bryant. Accelerates and drives. Oh!
Drive by Kobe Bryant right there in transition, was very persistent, saw that nobody was all the way back to defend the paint, just kept taking his dribble alive, take it right back to the basket.
Count the 2 on this magnificent play by Kobe Bryant, and the Lakers to within 4 halfway through the second quarter.
He's got 4 championship rings. He's got 3 MVP titles. But this quarterback is so original, he's also got a whole town named after him. Maybe you've heard of it. It's a town called Joe Montana.
When you're an original, you do it your own way. Original Coors.
The official beer of Joe, Montana.
Lakers have never led. They've trailed by as many as 11 points. Sacramento's defense key.
Yeah, right here you just see Kobe getting penetration right here. But right here, Vlade's got to be concerned so much with Shaq. He can't give Vlade, look at him, he doesn't even give any help whatsoever right there. Kobe, a great athletic move. But at the other end of the court, great fast break by Jason Williams and good extra pass right there by Pollard, finding John Barry, who's a specialist three-point shooter, knocking him down in transition.
Delk is on the bench with 7 points, 3 of 6 from the field. And you can see what happens, John, when Delk is in and Williams is out.
Well, Delk creates a lot of action. Not only does he score, he picks up rebounds, he defends, he does a lot of things. Jason is a tempo player. He creates a lot of excitement. He's younger, he's gaining experience, and he'll get better at a lot of those things.
Danny, could they play together?
Yeah, and I think Rick Adelman planned on playing them together tonight had Jason Williams not picked up 2 quick fouls. But the interesting thing about that stat is it was very similar in game 1. 54% to 29% in game 1. Or game 3, I'm sorry.
Kobe with 9 points, 7 in this quarter. Shaq has 7 points in this quarter. Barry to Weber inside, driving on Rice. And a foul called on Glenn Rice of Los Angeles. That's the first on him. Another flagrant foul, perhaps. It was.
But that's almost,
on Los Angeles.
Kevin, that's almost like the baseball rule that my good buddy over here is very well familiar with. When the pitcher throws the ball and hits your man, then you've got to hit him at the other end. Weber was called down at the other end for grabbing somebody, and now they get him at the other end.
Little chin music there, Danny.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Clean the game up early on. It's not going to make or break the game right now. Send a message. No hard fouls going to the basket.
Chris Webber this season was the number 6 scorer and the number 5 rebounder in the NBA. And an All-Star, as we mentioned before, for a second time.
Well, and Kevin, I love this Chris Webber I'm seeing now. You know, he's going to the basket with authority. It's not just a finesse. It's not just a butterfly game. He's turned into a bull today, and I love that about him now.
But he hasn't earned the respect of this Laker defense yet because they have not started double-teaming him yet, and there's no way. He's proven throughout this series that Robert and AC have a difficult time guarding him.
Williams, another 3 try, barely grazing the iron. Webber is there to try to clean it up. And dunks.
Look at him. That's the ball I'm talking about. He's going to the boards. He got about 3 taps that time.
Lakers were within 3. Now they trail 40 to 33. Shaq inside across the lane, nimbly moving. Or he gets the offensive rebound. Rice will try to trigger it, looking now for Shaw. Alley-oop for Shaq. Working on Divac, who played him well. Barry fights with Kobe. Here comes Sacramento. It's Barry and Rice. Webber with Shaq on one side and Shaw on the other. Where does he go? Over Shaq. Rebound by Rice.
Well, but I love that. Chris Webber didn't just launch it up. He looked for some other options. Nobody was cutting. The clock went down to about 9 seconds, so he felt he had to take the shot.
Outside Rice hits the 3. They are doubling Shaq every time he touches the ball.
They're doubling Shaq, and that's the one guy that they do not want to get an open 3 is Glenn Rice.
Rice has 10 points in the game. Webber to Sijakovic, who has been off so far, driving inside. The Kings seem to have an answer for everything the Lakers do at the other end.
Right, Stojakovic is a very good scorer right over there. Glenn Rice cannot defend him either off the dribble. But again, we see Shaq not much of a factor in the paint defensively. Again, I think if he can get through this half without getting foul trouble, we'll see a completely different Shaquille O'Neal defensively in the second half.
Well, and that's the advantage of going after him early in the game, because then it makes him tentative as to letting him become aggressive standing in the middle.
And a timeout.
Daytech Online. The rules of online trading are changing by cold, refreshing Zima. Zima, a few degrees cooler. And by the new film U571, now playing.
Back on TNT tomorrow night. We will be in Seattle. The Supersonics may have put their inner bickering away. Rashard Lewis has been incredible with Ruben Patterson and Gary Payton. And the Sonics have new life. They trail Utah 2-1. They face elimination again. And we'll be there beginning at 8 o'clock on TNT. The Kings facing elimination again, as they did Sunday. But they have never trailed in the game. The only tie has been at 2. The biggest Kings lead has been 11. Jason Williams, erratic as always. Boy, exciting to watch. And the Sacramento Kings at the free throw line, where tonight they have gone 6 of 6 and lead it right now 42-36.
Well, they're doing a good job of attacking the basket like we talked about in the open, and that's been the difference in this game. They're getting to the free throw line, and they're getting a lot of easy baskets.
Rice is out. They've brought back in Harper. Stojakovic hits the free throw. And the Kings lead is back up to 7 with about 5.5 to play in the half here in the second quarter. Bryant into Berry, looking for Harper, out of bounds. Laker turnover. They've got 4, and the Kings have 4 tonight.
And right there, Jason Williams did a good job of coming over and helping. He doesn't care how many jump shots Ron Harper shoots from the perimeter. Did a great job of sealing the penetration of Kobe.
Driving inside, Weber can't get it to go. Kobe comes the other way. Bryant has 9, Shaq has 10. Bryant to the hole with the left hand. Rebound and hailed by Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, that was a good play on Shaq's part, because he played off of Kobe's penetration, which pulled the defense over, and he quickly got positioned and was able to go up with the shot.
Gary drives into a double team, lost it as he went inside the lane. Kobe has it, galloping with Harper. There's the pass, and a great defensive play by Jason Williams.
Well, he anticipated the pass the whole way. Kobe never made him defend him in the 2-on-1 break.
Berry to Divac, over Shaq from outside. Rebound by Shaquille O'Neal. He's got 6 in the game.
Here we talk about Shaq. 6 rebounds, 12 points. He's been double teamed and triple teamed every time he touches the ball. The guy is such a dominant player.
Well, with the perimeter players they have out now, Danny, if you look, where's the shot going to come from other than Kobe? You know, if they get it into Shaq, everybody's going to come inside. Is that the case with Harper shooting now?
Harper missing the 3. He is only a career 28% three-point shooter, so they concede that by doubling Shaq down low.
Well, not only did they concede it, they didn't even make any attempt whatsoever to recover back to Harper.
And a 2-point shot right there by Berry.
Well, and he's doing what the Lakers need at this end. You need to have somebody that once penetration is made that opens it up for the Lakers the same way Barry is doing for Weber and Divac.
O'Neal double, spinning, churning, rebound by Berry. Shaq is 4 of 10 tonight. Jason Williams draws the defensive Shaw. The screen by Divac. The shot by Williams. Barely grazed the iron. Berry through traffic, and Weber is there with Williams driving again inside with the reverse. Weber and a foul. The Kings continue to pound it inside.
They just keep getting second shot opportunities as well. Loose balls are going the Kings' way, and almost every time their energy level, this crowd has energized the Sacramento Kings to unbelievable level. You wonder if they can maintain it for 48 minutes.
AC Green picks up his first foul.
Well, and one of the reasons why they're able to get on the boards, Kevin, is that they're penetrating as opposed to just standing outside. Once you penetrate, you cause the defense to commit to you to try to help. The weak side offensive players now in a position to get rebounds out here. But one of the things that looking at the Lakers is that very seldom are they able to get fast break baskets. Even when they play good defense, that puts a lot of pressure on Shaq because everybody down at the other end is collapsing back on him and his outside shooters aren't hitting.
Just saw the offensive rebounding advantage for Sacramento. Kobe Bryant has left. They've brought in Rice to join Green, Shaq, Shaw, and Harper. Stojakovic is gone. He's 2 of 5. They brought in Anderson for Sacramento. Doubled again, Shaq. Harper, Rice outside. He's got the touch, and he continues that way. The impending free agent is the only solid, consistent scorer the Lakers have tonight.
Well, the big three are scoring all the points. The Lakers, to get back in this game and to win, they need Shaw, Fisher, Harper, AC, Ori, somebody stepping up and making the shots other than Rice.
A 5-point game. Weber double team. Saves it and throws it right back to Rice. But the Kings back on defense. What hustle at the other end by John Barry.
Well, that was great hustle by Barry. He dove, but I thought he almost used the football tactic because once he dove, he grabbed the man around Rice or whoever it was. He grabbed him around the leg.
19 seconds to shoot. He may have just been trying to hold him too, John, to brace his fall.
Oh, sure.
I, for one,
I'll believe that one tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. 2.5 to play in the half. Both teams shooting 38% from the field. Shaq against Divac inside, plies his way for two.
And that's a cardinal sin. Divac knows the double team's coming. Weber was there on the top side. You cannot let him go baseline away from your help.
Divac, while he was in the first quarter, held Shaq scoreless. Now Shaq is picking up some momentum. 14 for the game, 11 in the second quarter.
Well, a lot of times when somebody's holding you scoreless, it's not your fault. Your teammates have to do things to free you up, and particularly when you're playing it in the post.
John Barry flips it outside. Anderson for three. This is why they traded for Nick Anderson for this time of the year, for those kind of shots.
Well, what they're doing is they're getting middle penetration. The Laker defense is built on keeping everything down toward the baseline. And that middle penetration is opening up those perimeter shots just like it did in Game 3.
Shaw launching a three. The rebound, a 9th rebound for Weber. Barry, he'll put up a three ball. Oh, what a shot! The Kings have knocked down 6 3-point shots tonight. Rice feeds down to Harper, looking for Shaq, doubled inside. His shot won't go. O'Neal is 6 of 13, another Kings rebound.
Well, and this is where Williams has got to be smart. Barry is hot. He's hitting. Anderson hit outside shots. He can't now not get them the ball. He's got to ride their momentum.
Shaw trying to dance with Williams, and a foul on Shaw, number 1.
I love that, trying to dance with him. Rick Adelman's looking over at Jason going, Jason, calm down, relax. I mean, he hears this crowd going crazy, and his head starts buzzing.
That's like Rasheed Wallace or either or Kevin Garnett. When they get that, when that motor is running at full throttle, sometimes you like that energy out there.
Well, you like it, but it's got to be in control, particularly in a playoff. As I said earlier, you don't want to lose your emotions. You want to use them. But if they get out of control, it can work against you also.
But if you don't use it, you're going to lose it.
No, I love that emotion, but at the same time, you don't necessarily want it out of your point guard. You want your emotion out of the other guys more. You want your point guard being more under control. He's the decision maker.
Well, and particularly when Barry and Anderson are hitting, you don't want to see him doing the James Brown at the top of the key. Get them the ball.
That's why I could never play point. I was too hyper.
Oh, Kobe Bryant cleared for takeoff. Bryant now in the game with 11. So high he flew.
That quieted the crowd down for a minute as well.
Their jaws are all down on the floor. Out of bounds, Kings turnover. That's their 8th turnover. The Lakers have 5.
Well, this is not only a great pass, but a great back pick right there by Glenn Rice. You can't leave Glenn Rice. John Barry's so concerned with giving him an open look. No help for Nick Anderson. Kobe gets the easy dunk.
Final minute of the first half, and what a beauty it's been. Bryant around the Shaquille screen. Stripped of the ball inside. Lakers turned over for a 6th time. Defense by Sacramento again.
Well, great defense by them, but the Lakers have to run their triangle. They have to make the Kings move a little bit. They're just standing, supporting, and collapsing.
Weber drives inside. Divac volleyballs it to himself. And they'll run down the clock for the final 10 seconds of the half. Weber against Green. Let's send it over to Craig Sager.
Well, John, we talked about the bench foul, but the energy, the excitement, the enthusiasm you put into this game, where did it come from?
It's easy with all these people. I mean, it's the best place to play in the league. We got drubbed down in L.A. We're back home with our fans, and we're a different ball club. So 24 more minutes, we got to put it to them.
You played so well on the boards. You're hitting the outside shots. Can this team play this well for 48 minutes?
I certainly hope so. We'll find out if we want to play on Friday. Hopefully we can do it.
Great first half. Let's go back to Kevin.
His dad was a Hall of Famer. And the younger Barry with 8 points all in the second quarter. Coming up next, the AT&T halftime report. Here in Sacramento, incredible scene with the Los Angeles Lakers trailing the Kings at halftime, 56-45.
All right, 27 more days until we got games. WNBA, the
experience in more depth. The fact
Arco Arena in full flower tonight. These are the NBA playoffs on TNT. The Los Angeles Lakers have never led tonight. The Kings have had leads as great of 11 points on 6 occasions tonight, including at halftime. Well, the big three not getting much help from the bench.
No, they're not. They need some help from the bench, too, because Shaq is not... He's demanding so much attention. The bench isn't even being guarded when they come in the court. They need one of those guys to step up, make some shots.
Danny, quickly, you notice any kind of adjustments? The Lakers came into this game with after losing the game 3 game here Sunday.
I was a little surprised in the first half that the players didn't recognize or anticipate that Shaq was going to be doubled as aggressively as he is. They weren't quite in their spot soon enough ready to take the shots.
John, what about adversity? The Lakers got a heap full now on their plate.
Well, they do have a lot. In the minds of a lot of people, the name was already on the trophy of the championship for the Lakers. Right now, the way they're playing, the name has been removed, and there are some things that they're going to have to compete for in order to get this trophy.
Sacramento came into tonight the number 28 team in the NBA in three-point shooting, but they have been outstanding from outside.
Well, they've been hot and cold. I think they've taken a lot of possessions, but, you know, that's the way. They, they get up more three-pointers than anybody in the league, but they're not a very good shooting, and that's the way they've played all year. But I think that Chris Webber is the guy that can give them a big advantage, and they need to go inside more to him and forget so many threes.
Let's send it over to Craig Sager.
Well, Danny mentioned anticipation. Coach Phil Jackson said reaction. Basketball is a game of reaction. This team did not react defensively. They did not react going to the boards, and they did not react offensively. The triangle offense is reaction. He said, number one, they're putting a 10 around Shaquille. We will throw it in there and try to get another illegal defense early in the third quarter. Kevin?
All right, Craig, thank you. And here we start the second half. Divac feeding Weber, who's quickly doubled. Divac from outside over Kobe Bryant. Rebound tapped by Rice. Loose inside. On the floor, Harper. And Shaq will get it.
Well, and I'm not certain that that's the first shot that you want to open the half up with. You still want to get moving. You want to go inside. That's the thing that is giving the Kings success, and they've got to stick with that a little bit more, I think.
Kobe Bryant. Anderson got a hand on it. They say Green the last to touch it, and Sacramento will inbound. And through 24 minutes of basketball, here are some of our numbers.
Well, Sacramento dominated, and you see the key stat right there is the rebounding right there. In the first 3 games, they're out-rebounded by 27 and leading by 9 in the first half of this game. That's the biggest difference.
Nice ball rotation to Williams. Another rebound by Shaq. He has 8.
Well, but again, if you start the half off the first 2 shots with jump shots, when you've had success posting up and driving.
You can see that the Lakers first made the adjustment, but the first time Weber touched the ball in the post, they went right down and immediately double-teamed him.
Rice, who was hot in the first half, missing right there, rebound by Anderson. And neither team has scored to begin the second half.
But what is extremely important for this Laker team is to play real good aggressive defense and get themselves a little bit more alive than they have been.
Chris Webber finally puts it in. Webber tonight has put in 15 points. And a quick timeout taken by Los Angeles as they trail by their biggest margin of 13 points. The Sacramento Kings are facing elimination again. But they're playing tough, leading 58-45.
Look at this. There's so many choices. But what if you had none? That's a problem for many communities. Allen Iverson recognizes the need for choices. Everything okay at home? He works with an evening basketball program that offers neighborhood kids a positive place to go. Hey, get up the court, get up the court, get up the court. Go. This gives them the opportunity to make the right choice. Team up to improve your community. Hello?
What's happening, B?
Who's that?
What's that?
Hold on, baby. Okay. Hello?
What's that?
Who's that?
What's that?
Oh, that was hot! Did you see that? Yeah, that was hot.
You can't help but fall in love with a color like this. Vapor, a new color for the new Beetle. Only 2,000 available, only online.
NBA Playoffs 2000 on TNT. Brought to you by Brewery Fresh, Budweiser, the official beer sponsor of the NBA. And by Volkswagen. On the road of life, there are passengers and there are drivers. Drivers wanted.
Well, the Lakers specialists are guys that have helped the big three all season, but they're not helping them tonight.
Well, and I think that that's one of the reasons why Shaq is having the difficulty he's having. Everybody put a lot of heat on Shaq after the last game. Probably will put some on him after this game if they don't win. But a lot of what he does is dependent on how the people on the perimeter that are playing react to him. If they don't start moving, if they don't start scoring, it's easy to double him, it's easy to triple him, and he's not going to be able to be effective.
And a key member of that group is Rick Fox, who hasn't got in the game today because he was in New York and didn't get in until 4:30 this afternoon because of the birth of their baby.
Combined, that group is 2 of 11. Rice working on Williamson. Shaq with the feed to Kobe, who rides some rough terrain but finally finds 2.
Well, and that's just an individual effort because they went down and trapped him in the corner, and he came out and used his ability and just sprung over him and made the basket.
I can guarantee you right now, Phil Jackson is very upset with the execution of this triangle offense.
Williams missing right there. Good rebound. Gobbled up by Williamson. Anderson with a rebound by Harper. Rebounding tonight, the Kings +8. Kobe. Uncovered A.C. Green, and the rebound by Williamson inside for Sacramento.
Well, and that's why he's uncovered. I mean, he's uncovered because they're not making shots outside other than Rice and Kobe, who's penetrating and making his pull-up shot. They aren't being guarded.
Just saw the offensive rebounding advantage for Sacramento. Webber with the pump fake pass, and he drills home a 15-footer.
Webber can get that shot anytime he wants. A.C. Green has not been effective in this game. He hasn't scored a point yet, hasn't got a rebound yet, and he's allowing Chris Webber to get any kind of shot he wants in the half-court offense.
Kobe Bryant dancing with Anderson, stripped away by Webber. And a whistle and a foul is called inside. It goes on Anderson with number 1.
Right here, we see Vlade coming down to just set a little screen. AC gets bumped off a little bit, but he never does recover. He doesn't know. There's no communication on defense if Shaq's going to switch or stay at home.
Well, isn't it amazing, Danny, how after you made a couple of post-up moves, made a couple of layups, your jump shot seems to fall even better. As opposed to last week when he was taking nothing but jump shots. He's gone to the basket, gotten some tip-ins, gotten some power moves, and now his jump shot is falling for him.
And they backed off so far on him. I mean, the jump shot isn't even a contested jump shot. He can shoot whenever he wants to feel free.
So he's got the best of both worlds. Bryant hit his first and douses his second. Just under 9 to play here in the third. The Lakers are shooting 37%. The Kings are shooting 40%. Bryant's got 15 points in the game. Green against Weber. Tough matchup. Rebound by Harper. Harper's got 5 rebounds with his 6'6" wiry frame looming underneath.
I don't like how the Lakers, every time they get a rebound, they just walk the ball up the court.
Into Shaq, handcuffed inside. 9 seconds to shoot. Rice over the ensuing D-box and a ball that is off the hands of the Kings, and the Lakers will inbound with the first 24 seconds on the shot clock. Shaq is in a straitjacket inside.
I mean, you know, Coach Phil Jackson called it a tent. There's no question. Look at that right there. That looks like an igloo right there, all those white jerseys around him. He cannot get the ball or the shot off, and his teammates have got to make shots.
Weber and Rice, they both played at Michigan. Shaq. That ball is over the head of the leaping Ron Harper. A Laker turnover, number 7. The Lakers need to drink in some of that calm of Jackson on the sideline.
Well, they need to drink in a lot of it. This is one of the first times in looking at them that I don't see that air of cockiness. I see just a sense of doubt. They're not moving as energetically as they had been moving.
Levant's working on Shaq. Illegal defense for the first time tonight, pulling on the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, you know, they need to make some decisions. They need to go down and double up quick. They need to be aggressive. Everything they're doing, their reactions are slow on the Lakers. They're not reacting to loose balls or defense or offense.
Very sluggish, Danny. Very sluggish.
Lakers have only scored 4 points in the last 5 minutes. Weber left uncovered again. Launching a 3, rebound by Shaq.
But Chris can't get away from what gave him success now. He's taking about 4 straight jump shots. He needs to go to the hole.
Harper draping his way down the lane for 2, and he's got 6. Lakers needed some of that.
That's a slow motion fast break right there. 5-on-5. Harper just saw the opening, took it, finished it strong with his long arms.
Sacramento had answers for those kind of Laker plays in the first half. Let's see what they do here. They pop it up. Picked up by Rice. Now to the twirling Bryant. Racing in over Anderson. Rebound by Harper. His 7th rebound tonight. It's off Sacramento.
Well, Sacramento has to be very careful not to lose their psychological edge. They have the Lakers are somewhat questioning themselves right now. You can't get careless and start launching up jump shots. You can't start throwing look-away passes. Weber's got to realize that being a Buffalo was very successful for him. He can't turn back into a butterfly.
Is that not the best, huh? Who writes your stuff,
That sounded like Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad wanted to be a butterfly. This boy needs to be a buffalo. He needs to go in there and muscle.
Harper the miss. Saved by Anderson. Sacramento only has 4 points this quarter. We got a scrum. Ron Harper showing some intensity.
Well, right now, he may be the only Laker that's showing some intensity, Kevin.
The Kings lead by 9.
Team up with Paramount Pictures MI2 as TNT and TBS invite you to enter the Choose Your Mission sweepstakes. Enter at NBA.com or at Finish Line stores. Winners get to pick 2 great NBA prizes. See Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible 2. May 24th.
Times roll in a Toyota truck. Just see your Toyota dealer today. We're leading the way.
He's a free agent. and Tim will decide. I don't even discuss it. Tim and I don't discuss it. I won't discuss it publicly. When July comes, Tim will make a decision on what he wants to do.
Antonio Spurs, the first defending champion to lose in the first round since 1984 when the Philadelphia 76ers did it. Sacramento leads by 9. The Lakers have never led. Craig, what do you have?
Well, trainer Jerry Beatty was very busy during the Laker timeout. First of all, Glenn Rice has a jammed left thumb. You'll see him playing. It is tape. And Ron Harper called the timeout, came over because he got hit in the head. Temporarily was a little bit dizzy, but he's okay. Kevin?
They need him out there. He's a calming force and truly an extension of Jackson on the floor.
Well, at least it's not his knees. It's only his head. You can't hurt Ron Harper's head. He's too tough.
Weber tries the reverse as he tried to cultivate something on the baseline. And a Laker foul inside as they try to puncture and pierce that Laker defense, which was so good all season. Shaq picks up number 2.
Well, and again, Chris Webber goes to the basket. Every time he's gone to the basket, he's had some success. Every time he's gone away from the basket, you've seen the Lakers pick up momentum.
I think he can score any way he wants out there, and that just put pressure on Shaq again. He beat AC along the baseline, and Shaq had to come over and help.
Well, and particularly because he's such a great passing threat. Anytime a person has the ability to pass, if help comes, it creates a tremendous problem.
You saw the team free throw shooting. Weber now 3 of 6. Kings have stuck with their starting 5 so far this entire third quarter. Rice to O'Neal, triple team. Oh, and somehow it goes in.
Well, AC Green about 3 times in this game, and Robert Horry once, are wide open because Weber and Divac are trapping. If they can ever figure out, make that adjustment, all it is, Shaq jump in the air. He's got AC Green wide open under the basket.
Divac. No double. The reverse. And it's gobbled up by Shaquille O'Neal, dribbling like a guard. And then off to Kobe. Shaq right into Weber. Rebound by Vlade Divac. Came at a good time.
Well, see, they need to run the offense and get some movement, then go into Shaq like that, and then you afford yourself an opportunity to get some offensive rebound. But just standing around throwing it into him, he's got to make the shot.
Divac. And Rice gets the rebound for the Lakers.
What I want to know is, what is Jason Williams out there? He thinks he's Marcus Haynes dribbling the ball around the court.
Kicking up his heels, baby. Harper. Into Shaq. 7 seconds to shoot. Double by Williams. Divac with another good defensive stand, but may have been called right there and he won't. It's a foul. It's inside, and Vlade Divac picks up his second foul.
Well, Shaq's doing the same thing. He's just being aggressive. He knows the double teams are coming. He's spinning away, trying to just use his big body. I have no idea what else Vlade Divac can do with that defensive possession.
Shaq from the free throw line tonight has gone 2 of 7. Coming on the heels of a 5 of 14 free throw effort on Sunday here.
And it's a big factor because no one's in foul trouble, so they can continue to play hack-a-Shaq as long as he keeps missing these free throws.
Good point. Missing again. Rebound by Weber. Weber, who led the NBA in rebounding last year, has 10 and a double-double. 17 points, 10 rebounds for Chris Weber. No field goals for over 4 minutes from the field for the Kings. Divac. It's a 9-point game. Divac with 6. Picked up by Williams. Here comes Rice over Weber, who altered the shot. Picked up by Anderson. Nice defense by Weber.
Weber's not guarding anybody, so he's just roaming around the court, making defensive stops.
And then Anderson knocks down a 3.
Well, they seem to be picking up their momentum again. As Danny said about Weber not guarding anybody, one of the reasons why that's happening is that the Lakers are too quick to go for the first option in their triangle offense. They've got to, at least if they're not going to run and they're not fast breaking, is run through their offense to get the Kings to move.
Rice chiseling his way past one Kings defender after another.
You could see it in that whole possession. He was sitting in the lap. Weber, AC Green, he's daring him to shoot outside. When AC's under the basket, he's not being guarded. Plus, he's not getting the offensive rebound.
And there's Corliss Williamson operating in the lane.
Well, and again, posting up. I mean, this is definitely bringing out a means in which you can attack the Lakers. Ironically, even though Shaq is there, you create a problem by going inside with them.
Williamson, Kobe Bryant gets it inside. A whistle had blown. And a second foul called on Kobe Bryant. They're going to call a double foul. Kobe Bryant gets a tee, and Vlade Divac gets a tee.
Kobe makes a great drive. Shaq gets it. He keeps it alive. Kobe, great job right there. All he's trying to do is get Vlade off him right there. Oh, and Vlade flops to get the technical foul. Vlade instigated all of that stuff.
Then he went at him again.
Right here, Kobe gets a great steal. Vlade holds him, and then he comes up to hold him again. And then he flops. I know that Kobe's not that strong.
Shaq gobbles up a shot by Williamson, a foul called inside. Glenn Rice picks up foul number 3. Corliss Williamson is doing a nice job in the second half for him.
Well, in the last possession, he gets the easy post up right there. He's aggressive. Whenever an incident like that happens, the referees are always on guard a little bit more, and they're going to blow the whistle a little bit quicker.
Well, it's very foolish on the Kings' part at this point of the game with things going as well as they're going for them. Why would I want to get the Lakers upset in any manner? Let them sleep. Get on out of here with this victory, but you start getting them excited, and then everybody starts to play a little harder, too.
In this series, Corliss Williamson has now gone 7 of 8 from the free throw line. That was his first miss tonight. The end of the series.
You were going to curse him, weren't you?
I hesitated. Kobe Bryant's got 15 points. 3 seconds to shoot for Shaquille O'Neal in a pool of one Sacramento double team after another.
Well,
He's got 18 points.
And AC Green cut through, and there was a double team on Shaq before he even caught that ball. He didn't even have time to get the shot off before the double team arrived.
AC Green guarding Weber. And a foul called with Williamson picking it up.
Williamson trying to be aggressive down there. He's a moose, and when he gets confidence going, he plays very aggressive on the low post, trying to get to the basket and getting Glenn Rice in foul trouble.
Neither team has made a substitution in the second half. Kobe Bryant. Oh, what a great play by Kobe Bryant. One paralyzing move after another.
Well, he thought he was hit on that play. I'm not sure he's not correct about that. The greatness in that play is that they had 4 defenders on the other side watching it. He still got into the paint and got an easy shot.
Gathered himself and showing great presence. Shot clock at 7 for Weber. Blows across the lane into Green. He's got 19 points and 6 have come in this quarter.
Well, and he's going in the right direction, too, towards the basket, rather than standing outside.
AC Green left uncovered. Weber kind of edging up on him. That's Shaq up to Bryant. Shot clock at 7. O'Neal into Vlade. And a foul called on Shaquille O'Neal. Number 3. More flopping, Danny?
I think it's a good call. He's turning right into him. He saw the double team coming. He's trying to do it. He's trying to take away the baseline. Knew that he had help with Shaq in the middle.
Williamson goes out. Stojakovic comes in for the Kings. Lakers stay the same. 1:33 to play in the third. T-Box.
The Lakers got to try to make the Sacramento defense more honest right here. Again, you know, I can't emphasize enough. Chris Webber, you see him right now. He just stands in front of Shaq, double teaming him. He can't get the ball. They don't even guard AC. And Robert Horry maybe has a chance of extending this defense.
That's the first high torque spin we've seen from Shaq today.
Well, it was a great move. I mean, he looked. Everybody said, as Danny indicated, everybody's triple teaming. He spun out it on the baseline and still got up. Boy, does that show his quickness.
Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Kings are shooting 43%. Vlade missing where he just hit from moments ago. Rebound by Rice. Lakers are shooting 40%. Rebounding +5 for the Kings. Shaq again. Has he gained his momentum? Listen right there. Rebound by Green. Rice. With a dazzling array of moves. Kobe Bryant.
Oh, man, that's spectacular. There's no way. Just like we've been talking about AC, Kobe's been killing him throughout this whole series. The two guards, any two guard out there for the Sacramento Kings, it's the same kind of mismatch.
Well, you know, and the phenomenal thing about that, Dan, is he's doing that against a defense that's sitting and looking at him. The Lakers' offense doesn't really have a lot of movement in it right now. Bryant is still attacking them and going all the way to the basket.
The amazing thing, as bad as the Lakers have played, and as great as Sacramento plays, he knocks his free throw down. They're only down 8 points.
Now Kobe tonight with 9 points in the quarter, 20 for the game. And 4 of 4 from the free throw line for the Lakers, who staggered at the free throw line in game 3. T-Box against John Sally. Shaq is on the bench. Whoa. And a foul. Assist inside on Spider.
Well, it was some bad defense. It was the same kind of defense that Vlade tried to do on Shaq right there. The only thing is Sally kind of grabbed Vlade coming down, but Vlade lowered his shoulder into Sally, just like Shaq did to Vlade down there.
Well, the interesting thing about it, both of them are 2-season pros. Both of them flopped at the same time on the floor, even after the foul.
Kings tonight from the free throw line, 12 of 16. The big three, Bryant, Rice, and O'Neal, with almost 90% of the scoring in the third. Again, no bench and no help.
Well, and that's part of the problem that I was saying, that a lot of the blame has been placed on Shaq, particularly the last game. But he has to get some movement. He has to get some help from his perimeter people in order for him to be open and be able to get some things done in there. The pivot position is a dependent position. It's not an independent position where you can go out and get the ball, bring it down the court, and create your own shot. You're relying on other players.
T-Box again, 9 points, 9 rebounds. His second free throw tonight. Rebound by Robert Horry. Final seconds ticking off in the third. Rice, shadowed by Anderson and Stojakovic, who knocked the ball away and picks up the foul. Stojakovic picks up his first foul tonight.
A chance to cut the lead to 7 to start the fourth quarter. That's a big, big play right there.
Well, and it reflects inexperience, too. I mean, you definitely don't want to, with 1.2 seconds to go, even though Rice is a great shooter, jumping up off balance and fouling it.
And Rice, the 11th best free throw shooter in the NBA. Scott Pollard comes in replacing Anderson. Delk is in the game. Williams, Stojakovic, and T-Box.
Well, I think with Shaw, Horry, they got the best shooters off the bench with the best chance of spreading the defense and making them pay for double-teaming Shaq coming in the fourth quarter.
Vlade will feed to Delk, and the clock will wind down. Third quarter will come to a close. At halftime, Sacramento led by 11. Their lead is down to 7. Chris Webber, 19 points, 10 rebounds in the game. And a driving force for the Kings, who face elimination if they lose. Right now at the end of 3 up, 73 to 66. These are the playoffs on TNT tonight from Arco Arena. After 3, the Kings lead the Lakers 73-66. Here's tonight's Budget Rent-A-Car Fast Break. Sacramento leads that category. And then look at the bench points tonight. 22-3 the Kings over the Lakers.
And that's been a key. They've been able to put so much pressure on Shaq underneath. They've got to find a way to hit some outside shots. Phil Jackson said before the season started even, Robert Horry a key. I think he's a key in this fourth quarter.
Well, and it's extremely important for the perimeter people to get moving so it frees Shaq up inside.
Lakers have never led in this game. They trail by as many as 13. Halftime by 11. Robert Horry from outside. Rebound by Barry out there at Delp. Stojakovic, Pollard, and Chris Webber, the only starter. Kings with Webber on top. Stojakovic has had a tough night shooting. Tony Delk has been great early, but almost absent in the middle of the game. They haven't needed him. Great move right there by Delk. Giving you a different move with every part of his body.
I don't know what the Lakers were doing defensively. It looked like Kobe was pushing baseline, but the man on the screener was not helping him on the baseline side.
Shaq into a double team. Pollard gets it. Lakers out there with Horry, Shaquille O'Neal, Shaw, Kobe, and Glenn Rice.
Well, with Pollard, Barry, and Delk in the game, the Kings have put energy people in the ball game, and the Lakers are going to have a much difficult time defending them.
Delk again punctures the defense, but Shaq was there, and here comes Kobe. Bryant inside, carving up again Sacramento's interior.
I think maybe Kobe's the guy that they can't stop. Maybe they need to put more attention, spread the floor, give Kobe the ball at the top of the key, and see who can guard him.
He's got 22 and coming off a playoff career-high 35 on Sunday. Stojakovic with 3. A big shot.
Well, that was a tough shot. And I mean, he's just such a good shooter. You collapse back, and he can hit those shots.
The Kings have splashed 8 3-point shots tonight. Bryant around the Shaquille O'Neal screen. Rebound by Chris Webber. Webber now in the contest with 11 rebounds. This is a different Kings team.
Yes, it is. They're playing with a lot of confidence in front of this home crowd.
Stojakovic with 2 on his own. He's hit 2 in a row.
Well, he's hit 2 in a row, and they're getting ready to call a timeout, and they should, because this crowd will pick this thing up. Really, and looking at it, as much emotions that are involved, the Lakers are still good enough to be back in this ball game.
In the blink of an eye, the Lakers are down by 12.
And right here, you can see Kobe pushing baseline. Robert Horry thinks he's going over the top. Nobody there until Shaq comes over at the basket. Too late. Great shot by Tony Delk.
What a game. What a game.
In the 1979 professional football draft, he was the 82nd player selected. That year, every team passed on him, some teams more than once. So for the next 16 years, Joe Montana passed on them for 40,551 yards.
When you're an original, you do it your own way. Original Coors.
Original Coors, my #1 pick.
This series, do you think, affect your decision whether or not to come back?
I don't know. If anything, it makes me want to come back and play again. I really just enjoyed being out on the floor, win or lose, and I'm not sure if I want to give that up yet.
So you will be back?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to sit down and talk to the team and just go from there.
Capping off one of the greatest comebacks in the history of sport, Sean Elliott. Our congratulations to him, and what a wonderful comeback he's had. Can the Lakers, John, come back all season long? You said, I want to see what this team does when they take one on the chin. They've taken a couple on the chin tonight.
Well, and I expect them to come back, but they certainly are being tested. Everyone put their name automatically on the trophy. This isn't indicative of the fact that it won't be on the trophy, but it certainly is testing what they're made of, because now they're failing an adverse situation. situation, and they've got to show that they're true champions and be able to recover from it.
The thing I like Rick Adelman's position right now is nobody on his team has more than 2 fouls. Shaq too afraid from the free throw line. If they do start getting on a run, or he gets the ball too deep, it's the hack-a-Shaq time.
And look at the fourth quarter bench scoring. Complete dominance by the Kings. Kobe leaning, plunging, and Shaq is there to put it in.
Well, as a matter of fact, that Kobe penetrated to the basket rather than shoot a jump shot. The defense had to come over to help. That left Shaq free enough rather than having 3 people to be able to tap it in.
Shaw, Rick Fox, Horry, Bryant, and Shaq in there for the Lakers. Weber to Delk, doubled, knocked away by Bryant, picked up by Barry. Shot clock is at 5. Around the Weber screen, rebound off the hands of Delk, and the Lakers will inbound. Craig Sager, what do you have?
There's some concern on the Lakers bench and the coaching staff if Shaq is tiring. Remember, in Game 3, he actually asked to come out in the fourth quarter for a couple of minutes. He says he's Superman, has a tattoo, and has a license plate, Man of Steel, but he said he was Clark Kent in Game 3. They asked him if you want to come out. He said no, he'd give it a try, but they're concerned that he is tiring.
Thank you, Craig. You just missed right there. Shaq was number 4 this season in the NBA in minutes played.
Well, John and I were both talking at halftime. We thought he looked tired in the second half, or the second quarter.
Well, and he's going to look tired. As Danny has indicated, he's been double-teamed, triple-teamed. Every time he goes up, he's got 3 or 4 guys on him. And if his offense is not moving on the outside, it's going to stay that way.
Shaq with 14 rebounds, 22 points. Horry across the lane, lost it, pickpocketed by Weber. 2-on-1. Delk from Barry inside.
I tell you what, Barry and Delk are 2 action guys. I mean, these guys are doing the right thing. They're not being conservative. They're coming right at the Lakers.
Shaw to Shaq. Quickly double team. Pollard is there. And out of bounds. 12 seconds to shoot for the Lakers, who retain possession.
Well, it all starts with the defensive end right here. We got a 2-on-1 fast break. We see Rick Fox in the game for the first time after his long trip. Tries to foul John Barry. Robert Horry, very passive on defense right there. Gives up the easy lay-in.
Shaw hits Horry. Shot clock at 10. Approaching 8 to play in the game. Shaq throwing into Pollard. Again goes up, and down goes Pollard. Shaq throwing a sledgehammer. And a foul for the 3rd time on Scott Pollard.
Well, a great second effort. Pollard does a good job. He does everything he can do, except you got to try to maintain your position. That's easier said than done. But hey, don't give him a dunk. Put him on the free throw line.
Shaquille O'Neal tonight from the free throw line, 2 of 8.
I thought Pollard got kind of his baptism by fire last year in the playoffs against Karl Malone and did a good job and never backed down once to Karl, and he's not backing down to Shaq.
Good point. The Sacramento team we're seeing is the same team that played Utah so well a season ago in the first round, like they're playing the Lakers.
Well, it almost seems like a new team, particularly in this building. The energy level, the confidence level, they're attacking rather than being conservative, and they are an attack-oriented team. When they're conservative, when they're not running, they're not pushing the ball, not excited, they're not a good team.
Shaq, a couple big free throws.
Well, they were big free throws, and everybody talks about him being tired. He should be tired. Anytime you go into the basket and you've got 3 or 4 guys hanging on you, 3 or 4 guys stopping you from cut, regardless of whether you're 7 feet or not, you're going to get tired.
Shaq has played the most minutes in this game, 39. Bryant has played 38. The foul is called on Rick Fox, and that is his first, as you see the weary O'Neal.
Well, last time down the court, they double-teamed Weber, and that left Stojakovic for an open jumper. That's like leaving Rice open for a jumper. You don't want to give him an open jumper.
Weber throws it away, and here comes Kobe Bryant.
It's a one-man fast break. Every time the Lakers take off, Kobe is the only one that's in the lane.
Shaq again with the spin and the plunge and a burst to the rack. And a whistle and a foul. Basket will not count. Scott Pollard may have been in the way with 7:28 to play. We're in the 4th, and it's Pollard for a 4th time.
The great thing about that play right there was Weber had to run out to defend Horry on the perimeter because he respects his outside shooting. That left a one-on-one situation for Shaq on the inside. When AC Green's on the court, he never even leaves the paint.
Ryan Shaw for 3. Weber is there with another rebound.
And that's the shot that's got to be made, Danny. You've got to hit that shot if you expect Shaq to get some freedom inside. There's no way he's going to have freedom if they don't open it up for him from the outside because everybody's collapsing now.
Delk over Bryant. Fox with the rebound. 7 to play in the game. Bryant again.
Oh, my goodness.
One outstanding, breathtaking play after another. If Bryant weren't here, I hate to think where the Lakers would be. He's got 24.
If Bryant wasn't here, they'd be home right now watching this game. He's been dominating the whole series.
And Weber answers at the other end.
Well, that's the thing that's impressive about the Kings. They didn't taper off. They kept the level of intensity the whole ball game.
Kobe Bryant with 9 seconds to shoot over the defending Tony Delk. Again! Every chamber is filled for Kobe Bryant. 26 for the game.
How good is this guy going to be, Coach? 2 years from now, he's already unbelievable.
Well, he's as good as he wants to be. I mean, when you look at him, the defense behind him is very similar to what happens to Shaq. I mean, he's scoring against a set defense, and that's phenomenal for somebody to be able to do that and even penetrate.
In a town where things aren't quite right, it takes a real expert to track down what's gone wrong. Fargo, Saturday night at 8 on TNT.
Kobe Bryant is in his zone, and he is keeping the Los Angeles Lakers alive with his shooting. 15 points in the second half. And you can see right from game 1 through tonight that he has just been simply incredible. Craig, what do you have?
The whole attention, obviously, in the Sacramento huddle was how to stop Kobe Bryant. They said you have to deny him the ball. Well, obviously, he brings the ball up the floor, but he's throwing it down low and going into the post. They said make him work. Normally, Tyrone Corbin would come into the game and guard him, but he's out with a sprained ankle. Kevin?
Good point, Craig. Suffered it in game 3.
I got a surprise for you, though. Tyrone Corbin can't guard him healthy either.
Stojakovic with the miss. Rebound by Shaw out there with Ori, O'Neal, Bryant, and Fox. Basically the bench out there for the Kings, except for starters Weber and Divac. Here comes Kobe Bryant again. Over Delk. Again, he puts it down.
You know, those are very hard-earned shots. He's working for everything he's getting right now. If they go the ball into Shaq right now, they can get a wide-open shot for Fox, Ori, or Brian Shaw anytime they want and get right back in this game.
5.5 to play. 6-point game, as close as it's been in the second half. John Barry puts one down. That's a pretty good answer.
And that's just a wide-open shot because they can't defend Weber one-on-one. They got to leave Stojakovic, Barry, or Delk wide open. And that's a no-win situation.
Poked away by Weber. 3-on-2 behind the back. Stojakovic. Back into Weber. Shaq inside. And a foul. 11-point lead again by the Kings.
That's the third time in a row he's caught the ball. They fouled him before he could get the shot up.
Divac picked up his third foul. Rice will come in. Fox will leave for the Lakers with 4:47 to play.
They still got a lot of fouls to give. They don't even have to double-team Shaq. They can just keep fouling him and not even allow any of those guys to get open threes.
Shaw. Rebound by Divac. Rice is on Stojakovic. Shot clock is down to 7. Stojakovic. Another rebound by Shaw. Shaq again. Jousting with Divac. Rejected by Weber.
I don't know about that one. That might have been a goaltender.
From my angle, it was definitely on its way down. Even though it was going to the glass, it was coming down.
Under 4 to play. Tony Delk open, top the key. Robert Horry grabs the rebound. Kings are shooting 43%. Lakers 40%.
Well, and the thing that amazes me about the Lakers is that they have no one filling the lanes even on this basket. Even though Kobe is able to make these shots and Shaq is able to make it, they have to work too hard. The Lakers aren't getting any free baskets off of transition.
And right now, Shaq and Kobe both are not trusting their teammates. They haven't been making any shots. They're wide open all over the court, and they're trying to do it on their own.
Nicely orchestrated 3-on-2. Weber got it back and drops the anvil. 89-78. The Kings looking to upset the Lakers again.
After 6 weeks, how does the Dr. Scholl's Dynastep Sport Insert feel?
Polished. I mean, he's playing both ends of the court. He's picked up his defense intensity. Always was a great scorer. And I think he's picking and choosing when he can take over the game. And he has that the glimpse of Michael, you know, especially in the fourth quarter, because he has so many different moves, and the triangle offense works well in his favor.
He's been great.
He's had an unbelievable game, and he's had an unbelievable series. He's had an unbelievable year and a career. This guy has nothing but blue sky ahead of him. He's unbelievable, but he's got to find a way to trust his teammates. His teammates have got to help him out if they're going to go very far this year in the playoffs.
John, as I take a look at the Sacramento Kings in the most crucial time of the game, most of the bench that they've relied on most of the season is out there, including Barry, Stojakovic, and Delk. Well, that says a lot about what Rick Adelman, the coach of the Kings, thinks about these guys with Williams on the bench.
Well, it says an awful lot about them because they're action people. You look at what Barry and Delk has brought to the game, Stojakovic shooting outside. These guys didn't come in being conservative. They came in maintaining aggressiveness.
Robert Horry with the three, just the third three tonight by the Lakers. In contrast, the Kings have 9. It's an 8-point game with 3:17 to play.
They can get that open three, or they're going to get Shaq to the foul line anytime they want.
On the double team, what a pass by Chris Webber to Divac.
Well, that was just one hell of a pass. I mean, you catch the ball in a game pressured like this and drop it behind the back pass. Weber is just a great passer. That was just an excellent pass.
Shaq again was whacked inside. Divac was defending. O'Neal will go to the line, the fourth on Divac.
Right here, you take the double team. It takes too long to get there. Look where Weber's posted up. He's too far off the block, so it spaces the defense out. Very difficult to double team a player that far off the block, especially when he can see you coming.
The Los Angeles Lakers have not led at all in this game. We had an early tie at 2, but the Lakers have trailed in this game by as many as 13, but they have never led. O'Neal again from the free throw line, 5 of 11, now 5 of 12. A lost ball inside, dug out by Stojakovic.
But you have to give Shaq credit, even though he missed that. I mean, he's still hustling and working hard in there.
We are just under 3 minutes to Game 5, which you'll see Friday night on TNT from the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Weber, tip-top, draw pass. Shaw with the rebound. The Kings, for a second consecutive time, facing elimination and staring it right in the eye. Here comes Weber. With Delk, flies inside. Delk to the right, tapped in by Weber. Delk is down. A foul on Robert Horry, who picks up number 2.
Well, the defense causes a turnover right there. Great pass. Delk goes to the basket. Roberts timing it for the block. Right there, Delk holds him off with his off arm, but gets the call. Good hard foul by Robert Horry.
Delk, one of 3 Kings bench players, John, in double figures. Stojakovic has 10. Barry has 11, and now Delk has 12.
Well, and therein lies the story, because they got a lot of help off of their bench. They started off well. They picked the momentum up of the crowd, and then the people came in off of the bench like Delk. Barry came off of the bench. These guys kept the momentum going, and that's been extremely significant tonight.
Lakers had a second chance to finish off Sacramento tonight. Trailing by 10. Kobe contorts, flies, and is fouled.
Well, the interesting thing about what Kobe is doing is everybody in the building knows that he's going to the basket. The defense is set, and he has as much problem as Shaq is, and is still being successful because he's driving against a set defense.
Divac has 5 fouls, 19 in the second half for Kobe Bryant, who Danny time and time again is driving right into the teeth of the Kings defense.
Well, and it's very difficult right now because Glenn Rice is the next pass, and Glenn Rice's man does not want to leave him open for a shot. The man in the middle has to help Kobe on the penetration. Second thing is Shaq is taking up Vlade Divac's space underneath. He's trying to fight him for position and offensive rebounding. So Kobe's getting all the way to the basket and having his way.
L.A. has missed 9 at the free throw line. Kings will call a timeout. 2:09 to play. Phil Jackson had a chance to eliminate the Kings tonight. He's trailing.
Man, I'm hungry. Spinning baseline and scoring +1. Payton. Oh, what a move.
Gary Payton has attacked from the moment this game has started.
And join Danny, John, Craig, and myself tomorrow night up at Key Arena for the Seattle Supersonics Utah Jazz game. 8 o'clock tomorrow on TNT. Phoenix with a win over the defending NBA champion San Antonio Spurs will meet the winner of the Lakers in Sacramento, which right now has all kinds of feeling to go into Game 5. 2:09 to play. Lakers trailing 92-83.
Well, they're trying to pressure now, and I think it's a problem because Delk is so quick now that the Lakers' big guards work against them unless you are doing what Kobe is doing, trying to deny him from getting the basketball.
Stojakovic into Weber. Twisting around Orr. And the rebound is reeled in by Shaw. Back to Kobe the other way. Looking for a trailer, and no one was there. And Stojakovic has it, and it's fouled. 13 Los Angeles turnovers tonight. What's going through the mind of Phil Jackson right now, John?
Well, you know, I think he's trying to get them together and salvage as much as he can, but the blow has been struck on the chin, Kevin. This is the thing that I was saying to you, that once the blow is struck on the chin, more than likely the Lakers, if this thing goes back to L.A., will end up winning it. But it gives confidence to a lot of the other teams in the league in being able to see a game like this.
Horry with the steal. Here comes Shaw. A running three. No good. Rebound by Berry. Rebounding tonight, tied at 46, and that is so crucial for the Kings, staying stride for stride with the Lakers on the glass.
Absolutely, and that's been the key. They've been out-rebounded by over 9 a game on average. But the rest of the league right now is, I guarantee you, they're looking at these last 2 games, and they're saying, boy, you've got to double-team Shaq and make the rest of the guys beat you.
Well, I think you double-team Shaq, and not only do you hack a Shaq, but you attack a Shaq. You don't put yourself in a situation where you stand out and just shoot shots. This Sacramento team has proven by attacking him, you're going to make him a little bit more conservative on defense. The other thing that they do is that they run. Very few teams have I seen this year running the way this Kings team will run. So if a team runs and attacks Shaq, it makes it a much more difficult game for the Lakers.
You've got to go back to 1997 when Phil Jackson was still coaching the Chicago Bulls to find the last time a Jackson-coached team lost 2 consecutive playoff games.
Well, and hold that point, because your question about what is Phil thinking, that's not the issue. The issue is what is his players thinking. Phil has won a lot of championships.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, but this is, you know, this is so interesting because the Lakers will probably win Game 5, but the confidence is growing in the Sacramento Kings basketball team.
Lakers have never led, and they trail now by 9.
I refuse to.
There's the reset. Neither team a foul to give. Sacramento on top by 9. Coming up on Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, Peter Bessie and Darrell Walker join Ernie and Kenny the Jet inside Studio A. So of all the highlights and reactions from all of tonight's playoff games, San Antonio losing to Phoenix, the Suns advance, Portland drops Minnesota. All coming up next on Inside the NBA. Kings out there with Weber, Stojakovic, Divac, Jason Williams back on the floor. And Barry. Williams has only played 1 minute in this fourth quarter with 1:24 to play. Shaq has been brought out by Divac. Weber will take it into Orr. Double by Shaq. Once again, Divac left uncovered. Another great pass by Chris Weber.
Well, what happened is Shaq came over to make the double team, and Weber is such a great passer that he just threw a reverse behind the back pass and went under the basket.
Bryant missing the three. Shaw cleans it up. Weber with the rejection. Here comes John Barry. Clock continues to tick. We're at 56 seconds and a Los Angeles Laker foul. What were the Lakers thinking?
I have no idea. I don't understand this. They're double teaming and there's no rotation. It's like the rest of the players don't know that Vlade is going down the basket. Shaq is double teaming, and Glenn Rice is standing toe-to-toe with Stojakovic on the weak side. That's the second time that's happened. That's awful basketball.
John Thompson looks like an old Pete Carrill play.
Well, exactly. Pete believes in a lot of passing, a lot of cutting, and hopefully he's well in watching this, because I talked to Adam, and he said that Pete was doing a lot better, but he wanted to stay home and watch it on TV.
Longtime college coach and current Kings assistant Pete Carrill with a heart attack on Saturday, resting comfortably tonight. Our thoughts and prayers are with him. But that's the kind of play he would have taught at Princeton. A miss by Kobe. Inside loose, volleyball around, picked up by Divac, off to Bryant. And it's a defensive foul inside on the Sacramento Kings. And they assess it to Barry, who picks up his second of the game.
You know, going back to the double team, you know, it's a lot harder. It's like with Michael Jordan played, it's so hard to double from that medium post range, a few feet off the block. That's where Weber's catching the ball. It's a very difficult double team. Come game 5, because this game's over, they've got to find an answer for Weber, and they've got to be able to knock down some perimeter jump shots. And I think the Laker perimeter shooters come game 5 will be much more prepared.
I'll tell you what else they have to do, Danny. They have to get out of this arena with all this atmosphere that's in here, because the Kings certainly did play on it and use it. They played quickly, they penetrated, they trapped, they set a tone that is very difficult for the Lakers to play against.
Lakers from the free throw line have missed 10 tonight. They're 19 of 29. 43 seconds left in the game. Third foul is assessed Robert Orr. 96-84. Biggest Sacramento lead tonight has been 13. Up by 12 right now. We have the makings of game 5 coming up Friday in Los Angeles. This crowd tonight, as Barry hits the first, has simply been unbelievable. Deafening. An insane asylum.
This crowd has always been good. When I played with Sacramento, when we won 28 games, it was great. But the great balance, there we see the owner. They were happy with the win of game 4, and that's an extra $1 million in their pocket.
They've been blocking out vision, Danny, all game. They're so happy.
But great balance by Sacramento. 6 guys in double figures.
Sean Barry hitting another one. Barry has a career playoff high. 15 points for the Sacramento Kings. The dejected Lakers. The jubilation for the Kings. 43 seconds to play in game 4. It's the Kings up top by 14 points.
And good morning. Here's the news from Wall Street. AT&T One Rate 7-cent plan. One simple rate all day, every day. By Gatorade Thirst Quencher, helping you play longer and stronger when it counts the most. Gatorade, is it in you? By ML.com, the smartest place to invest online. And by Budget, who has a variety of great rental cars for people who like renting great cars.
There's only one playoff game tomorrow night in the NBA, and we will be there on TNT beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. The Utah Jazz, surprised by Seattle in Game 3, will play Game 4 tomorrow. Utah still leads the series. The Sonics will face elimination, but they've made some moves within their team. Rashard Lewis is starting, but there's always Stockton and Malone to contend with. The Kings bench tonight has outscored the Lakers 39-6. Shaq is out. Knight is in. The white flag has been raised by Los Angeles.
Well, and really the Kings' defensive effort was just as exciting as their offensive effort. They maintained the intensity the whole ball game. Shaq probably, is really tired now because they collapsed on him, they pulled on him, they grabbed on him.
And hemmed in, Stojakovic is fouled. Sacramento has beaten Los Angeles here this season 2 times and lost to them by just a point another time. So the success of the Kings at home against the Lakers is true. I mean, there's nothing phony about it.
No, there's nothing phony about it. This crowd is real, and they're definitely a home court team. Much better home court basketball team than they are a road team.
Well, and I think a lot of it has to do with the style, too, that the crowd gets caught up in a fast, exciting pace of game. They want to press. They want to run. They want to get out for exciting passes, and they add the element of attacking. They definitely attack Shaq and created some problems.
We'll have a beauty for you Friday night on TNT from the Staples Center, which will be in full throat. Here comes Bryant the other way. Kobe almost single-handedly has kept the Lakers in this game. 22 seconds to play. It's an 11-point game. 32 points tonight as Jackson has watched Kobe Bryant explode for 12 in this quarter. Bryant had 35 game 3. He has 32 tonight. There you see Vlade Divac, the ex-Laker, with 13 points and 11 rebounds.
Well, Chris Webber is kind of set the tone for this game by rather than going outside early in the ball game, got the ball inside and start very aggressively going to the basket. And they never recovered from that.
After tonight on Inside the NBA with the crew back in Studio A, all kinds of Los Angeles Laker reaction. John Barry, a playoff career high, 17 points, 9 in the quarter. Kobe at 3, short, picked up by Webber, taken by Williams, and that's it. The series goes back to Los Angeles for Game 5.
Webber, Vlade Divac, a very happy Sacramento Kings team. First of all, Chris, Coach Thompson said you set the tone early, going down low, being aggressive, and you guys never let up.
Well, I'm a follower of Coach Thompson. I know he does well with big men, and he's right. I want to get into the paint and start it off early and just be aggressive. I just thank God, man, for letting us fight back. Everybody thought it was over, baby.
So many times at the end, as you said, people thought the Lakers would come back. You had a couple of great defensive plays, one on the steal off of Kobe. You worked it with Peja, behind the back. Then later, behind the back pass to Vlade. The style was there. Did you play off the crowd?
Well, no, those were necessity. On that baseline, when Vlade cuts behind me, I couldn't see over Big Shaq, but I'm glad he got the ball and he finished, and I'm just proud of this organization and this team because it would have been so easy to quit the other day. It would have been so easy to lose at home and just have a vacation and say it's over. We're playing against some good guys. We feel good, baby. We're going back to L.A.
That's right. There's nobody that can guard Shaq one-on-one, but you certainly have tried your best. You've gotten some help. How tough was the assignment, and did you see Shaq firing it off?
Well, nobody can stop Shaq, obviously. I think we played pretty good team defense on him. Tried to force him to take best shots, and I think we did a good job tonight.
There's one incident down there between you and Kobe. You both got technical fouls. What happened?
That's all. I mean, nothing happened. It's just, something, that you try to, motivate yourself and play hard. We we're fine. Don't worry about it. We'll have a good game on Friday. That's what we tried to do. Fourth, fifth game, and we did the job.
So many people did not count you guys in. They said it was over. You've been playing this game for a lot of years, both overseas and here. How much confidence does this win give you?
Well, we knew from day one we can play against the Lakers. They're a better team, of course, on the paper, but sometimes, a better team doesn't win. So we have to really play hard like we played tonight and put ourselves in situation to win the game.
Now that your game face has been all night, can you smile after this victory?
Oh, absolutely. I'm going to enjoy with my friends from LA. They came here to see the game and then go tomorrow to LA.
All right, thanks a lot. Back to Kevin, Danny, and Coach.
All right, thank you. Weber had 23. Kobe had 32. And Friday night, we will be at the Staples Center for the fifth and deciding game, Lakers and Sacramento. Stay tuned for Inside the NBA. A lot of Laker reaction, too, tonight. They've got to be stunned. Once again, our final score, 101-88 Sacramento for John Thompson, Danny Ainge, Craig Sager, our entire crew. Kevin Harlan saying good night from Sacramento. Our producer, Mike Burks, our director, Lonnie Dale. After a quick break, Ernie and the gang will get you caught up from Studio A. The Sacramento Kings are alive and kicking, facing elimination for the second consecutive game. The Kings live to play another day. This is the NBA on TNT.
So, look it off the bucket.
Get up!
Oh,
Smitty with a big-time three right of the key.
That's why I could never play point. I was too hyper.
Oh, Kobe Bryant cleared for takeoff. So high he flew.
Smith angles right. Smitty against Zerbiak. Throws a pass. Pippen, 3 to shoot. Scotty, bounce pass. Wallace, top of the key jumper. Banks it in! I can't believe it! Woo-hoo-hoo!
And we welcome you to another playoff edition of Inside the NBA presented by Hyundai. Ernie Johnson in Studio A along with Peter Vesey and Kenny Smith and Darrell Walker. And before we go any further, we're going back to Sunday because the Lakers had a sweep on their minds and Sacramento prevented that. And after the game, Phil Jackson had this take.
No, I'm personally very happy about it because the way we're playing, we need another ball game anyway.
They got another ball game tonight, and they took another L in this series. It is tied 2 games apiece now, going to Game 5 on Friday. And, of course, we'll take you back to Arco Arena for more post-game reaction as the situation warrants. But somebody here going to tell me they thought it'd be 2-2 here at Arena.
We wanted to just keep playing each game and get it to 2-2, and now it's a 5th game. It's 1-game series. And I give our guys all the credit in the world. They just busted their tails. I told them before the game, everybody, you leave nothing on the floor. I mean, this is it. It's what it's all about. And I just couldn't be more proud of a group. He just, he's such a rock for us. He was just constant the whole game, and that's the effort we talked about, the sustained effort during the whole game. Even when they made runs, we sustained it. It's the same thing we have to do in LA. We have to have sustained effort. There can be no breakdowns, and they came at us a couple times, but we responded, and Chris led that. And give Vlade and Scott a tremendous credit for battling Shaq all night long. That's a great team, and we did our job here. And now we've got them in a 1-game series and go to LA and see what happens. Yeah, it's crucial. Yeah, it was what we've talked about the whole series. That we know that Shaq and Kobe are great players and they're going to get their points. You got to try to make them work as hard as they can. We would like to keep Rice around his average or below, and we did that again. But we didn't let the other people hurt us. I mean, they rebounded the ball in the second half, but we really rebounded the ball in this game, and we had it from a lot of different people. So, we've gotten better each game. Obviously, we really broke down in L.A., but home here, we've gotten better each game, and now we've put us in the position we wanted to be in.
All right, so the Sacramento Kings still alive. The series 2-2, 42.
This is a game that Sacramento beat us from the tip to the buzzer, and we were outplayed by them for 48 minutes. Basically, we got two little runs, got the game back to 43, 46 at one point, but they were able to hold us off the whole game, and they did a nice job. I congratulate Rick on the way their team played. No, I don't know about that. The energy that they played with, we just didn't match. Whether it was we were back on our heels or whether we just didn't come out and play with the kind of energy we had to play with. They had good help from their bench. The bench played well. I didn't go very deep in rotation, probably a mistake at some point in the game. But we've contained Barry most of the playoffs, and he broke free in this game, particularly at the end of the first half. Got a couple shots that really hurt us. The defensive intensity that they played with is been very good. They've played well. They've collapsed. We had to hit outside shots. We have to keep Weber honest on defense. He's been laying in the lane. As you can see, he got 7 defensive blocks. And those are because he was able to patrol the lane without ever being called illegal or without the referees ever making him come out and play. And we didn't help the matter at all by our power forwards not making shots so that he had to come out and play them. So our responsibility is to go out, make shots this next game, and play a game with some laxity and levity and enjoy playing basketball again. We played with much more weight on our shoulders than we had to. Yes. No, our game is not our bench. I mean, that's their game. That's what they rely on their bench to do a lot of their scoring for them. They've averaged over 30 points a game for them. A third of their points. That's not what we do.
Post-game thoughts of Phil Jackson and planting a seed or blazing a trail back to the Rose Garden for Game 5 with the Timberwolves. Highlights from Tarjay coming up. Here's a go.
The New York Knicks have won this opening round series. They have reached the East semifinals for the first time since back in '83-84. They have done so only twice in the 80s.
You just don't see that much anymore. Would incite a riot. Close series decided by a total of 8 points as the Knicks ousted the Philadelphia 76ers. More highlights from this extravaganza tonight on Turner Sports. Portland and Minnesota. Terrell Brandon inside to Kevin Garnett. Minnesota 40-36 at the break, trying to hang in there in this series, down 2-1. Bobby Jackson for 3. Minnesota up 73-72. Fourth quarter, Timberwolves up 1. Steve Smith gets a face full from Anthony Peeler. He didn't like that either, Ken.
Well, they say put a hand in the face, but that was a little bit too literal.
Couple of technicals there, and then later in the fourth, Steve Smith, take that in the face. Hits the three-pointer at 14 on the night. Less than 2 minutes to go. Big scramble inside Minnesota, looking for a good shot, but they don't get it. Garnett off the mark. KG on the night was 5 out of 20. Almost had a triple-double, 17, 10, and 9. And the old bank shot wins another series for somebody. Rasheed Wallace following in the footsteps of Larry Johnson, but a few feet closer in. And the Portland Trail Blazers advance to the Western Conference semifinals. They subdue the Minnesota Timberwolves. 85-77 is the final. Rasheed Wallace going for 15 points and 8 rebounds. Portland is through to the next round. How about the post-game yakety-yak?
I think this team prepared us well. I mean, this is a team that made us work for 24 seconds every time down the court on defense. They take open shots. All the guys shoot the ball very well. you know, they just gave us a big test.
If you look at all the 3 games we lost, man, they just come through and hit some shot that takes the air out of us. In all 3 games, I think the first 2 games, Scotty, and tonight it was Steve Smith. You know, that's how it is when you got a stacked team like Portland. You know, they're going to hit shots and they're going to make shots during crucial times, and we didn't answer it.
This is a team in which they couldn't shake us. They just couldn't shake us. They beat us, but they couldn't shake us.
I think the first round is the hardest round because there's more to lose in the first round. You know, there's more of a sense of failure if you're the favorite team. So for us to get by that hump is going to make us feel a lot better, and it doesn't get any easier.
I mean, it's something to build on, and you know, you try to take that as a plus, but you know, and it all comes down to you want to win, and nothing else to say.
Kevin Garnett trying to shoulder the load for Minnesota, and nearly had 3 triple-doubles in the series, but his fourth-quarter shooting, not good, 5 out of 20. And I reckon that's about 25%. And they lose in 4 to the Portland Trail Blazers. So where's Minnesota going from here? This is 4 times in the playoffs, 4 first-round exits.
Well, first of all, you know, you talk about his fourth-quarter scoring, being down all the time. I mean, he is carrying the team, so he's tired. So Joe Smith needs to rehab. And, you know, once he gets over the injuries and maybe gets a little stronger next year, they've got to get some presence in the middle. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing every year.
You know, you look at Minnesota, Ernie, they have a good coach, they have a great player, they have great role players. But that one piece, that guy who when someone else, your star is not playing well, can come into the game and say, you know what, take 4 or 5 possessions off. I'll carry the team for you. Then I'll get back on your shoulders and you carry me home.
I got a good name. I got a good name. Stephon Marbury.
Well, yeah, that name is not there anymore.
Tried that at one point. You want to weigh in on the Timberwolves' future?
For once, I agree with the Viper.
The Viper.
I mean, Wally Szczerbiak is a nice piece to the puzzle. We know Kevin Garnett's a very nice player, but they do need that inside presence so they get to the foul line and get more.
Team on your back. I mean, that's what everyone's been saying, that this is the situations where you have to sort of step up and put everyone on your back and take it. I mean, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, we just have to, you know, play a little bit better. You know, they were very energetic at home. The double and triples coming fast, and I was kicking out to my guys. And, you know, we just have to shoot the ball a little bit better.
What about you yourself?
I just have to get deeper and you know, keep playing my game, and everybody just has to do their part.
Has this team been shocked, losing 2 in a row to Sacramento?
No, we did what we're supposed to do at home, and they did what they're supposed to do at home. Now we just have to finish it out at home.
Nobody substituted in the Lakers' first 11 minutes, third quarter. Did you get tired?
No. Excuse me?
Did you get tired at all?
No.
All right, that is Shaq on tape. This is Kobe Bryant live. Listen in.
To kind of put our foots on their throats. This game, they had a sense of urgency from the beginning of the game, and I think the crowd kind of ignited them. You know, and it's a nice place to play here. It's a tough place. Losing. Our overall execution, our effort tonight. You know, they out-hustled us. They played like they had a lot more at stake to lose than we did, and they did. But I think just the overall effort and overall execution.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right. Enjoy Game 5.
We plan to enjoy Game 5, and just a footnote to this whole 1-against-8 thing. You know, since 1984, when it expanded to 16 teams in the playoff format, there have been 32 series. Only 6 times was the number 8 seed able to